Hello, fourth and fifth graders. Mrs. Rushton here. This week we have been studying about Esther Malangu, a South African artist. Now her artwork is in the traditional style of the Ndeble people. And so that's what we're going to do. We're going to create our own artwork in the same style. I'm going to give you a couple of guidelines and a couple of step-by-steps to follow, and then you'll have lots of room for creativity. All right, as you can see here, I have started with a piece of paper, some markers, and a ruler or anything that has a nice straight edge. I am using a half a sheet of paper. I went kind of small in this. You can do the same thing if you'd like. I'm going to get rid of my other colors and grab my ruler and start with my black marker. All right, the first step is we're going to be creating a border around our paper, which is very traditional. So to do that, we need to create some nice vertical straight up and down lines. And I'm going to do those on both sides of the paper. I'm just going to come in with my ruler. There's two ways you could do this. You could if you're using a ruler, actually put it on the edge of your paper, the ruler, line it up, and then draw a line. And that's going to be about an inch from the edge of your paper. Or if you're not using a ruler and you're using just a straight edge, just come in what looks like about an inch and it's even, and then use your marker. Whoa, got stuck. Use your marker to draw that nice straight edge. Now, your top lines or your horizontal lines, we're not going to make those go all the way to the edge of the paper. We're going to stop those. So I'm going to do the same method where I use the ruler on the edge of my paper, and just between these two lines, I'm going to draw my border. Okay, and I'm going to do the same thing on the bottom. So ruler along the bottom edge, and between these two lines, draw my border. Cool. Now the last thing I want to do is to create an X with two diagonal lines in the center. So what we do is we connect where these 2 points touch. So this and that meet, and that makes that corner to this corner. So first line up your ruler and be sure when you line it up, you double check it's there on both sides, and then you hold your ruler with your fingertips so it doesn't slip and slide. Cool. And then same thing on the other side. Great. Alrighty, this is the basic starting point for all of us. Now, your next step is you're going to be adding 4 shapes. If you remember back to the video, we talked about symmetry. This is going to be a symmetrical piece of art. So what happens here is going to be the same thing that happens here. So I'm going to maybe do a triangle in my side pieces. So big triangle fills up that shape. I'm going to do the same thing over here, but again, a mirror image. Okay, and let's go here and here. I'm going to do a rectangle. Long, skinny rectangle. Great. Now, what I need for you to do is to add 2 more shapes. So I have a triangle, I have a rectangle. Now there's 2 of those, so there's 4 technically, and what I want you to try to do is see if you can layer those. So let's put a shape inside of the triangle, and I'm going to do something simple like a circle. Okay, what I did here, I have to do here. Ooh, that kind of looks like eyes. Now, again, here and here, I need to add a shape inside of that rectangle. It's going to be a little bit small. It can touch the edges if you want it to. So I think I'm going to add, I really like triangles. I'm going to add another triangle. So here, here, here. And that pretty much cuts that in half. And I'm going to do the same thing. Remember, mirror image. There. That's pretty symmetrical. Cool. All right, so there's my shapes. I have 4 shapes: the triangle, the circle, the rectangle, and the other triangle. The last thing I want you to do is to create patterns in your borders. Now that might be shapes or it might be lines. And if you remember, a pattern is something that repeats itself. Here and here, I'm going to do line pattern. So I'm going to do, I think I'll do just like diagonal this way and then straight up and down. In these parts, I'm going to add a shape pattern. So I'm going to do a circle, triangle. Okay, there is my overall design. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in and I'm going to add color. And if you remember the examples, they were bold, bright colors. So that's what I'm going to use. All right, friends, there you have it. You can see I have my 4 shapes, my pattern borders. I have like nice bold colors. It's going to dry a little bit and get a little bit more even. Feel free to use whatever materials you have on hand, markers, crayons, paints, whatever it is. You could also do this digitally using Google Draw or whatever format you like. Okay, friends, until next time, until I make you another video, it's nice to see you and toodly-doo.